Inshallah, we are going to continue from our topic, which is a polygon today. And what we are going to do today is that we are going to take some questions from white past question under polygon and solve them. So I'll start with question number 1. Question number 1 is question number 30. That's for white question. We have the question as this. We are told that 3 exterior angles of a polygon. 3 exterior angles of a polygon. 3 exterior angles of a polygon are, we have them as follows. The first one is 30, 40, and 60. We have 30 degree, 40 degree, and 60 degree. And we are told that if the remaining exterior angles, if the remaining exterior angles, if the remaining exterior angles are 46 degree each, then we have to find the polygon. We have to name the polygon. Name the what? The polygon. So how are we going to tackle this question? When you have a question like this under polygon, you are told that 3 exterior angles of a polygon are 30 degree, 40 degree, and 60 degree. If the remaining exterior angles are 46 degree each, and we are to name the polygon. If you have a question like this, we all know that in our formula, what we have done is that the sum of exterior angles, from what we have done, the sum of what exterior angle of a polygon is what is 360. We have put this formula. So meaning that if you add all these angles together, you are going to get to 360. So from what we have known, we have 3 of them to be this. It means that the first 3 angles, you can say that the sum of the first 3 angles is what is 30 plus what plus 40 degree and plus 60 degree. If you add all this together, what you are going to get is 130 degree, right? That is, if you add 3 of the sides together, we get 130 degree. Now, what will now be the remaining angles? We don't know, but we know that each of them are what? Are 46 degree each. Meaning that if you subtract everything or minus the sum of what? Of 3 angles, what do you have? You're going to have 360 from the formula minus 130. And that is what? What are you going to get? If you do that, we're going to get 230 degree. If we now get 230 degree, it then means that if the sum of the remaining angles will now be what? 230 degree. And each of them is what? Is 46. That means that if each of them, it means that 230, right, equals what? 46 multiplied by their numbers, which you do not know. It then means that 230 equals 46n. So what do you do? We are going to what? Divide through. We are going to what? Divide through. So which we are going to solve like this. So we have it like this, right? So we're going to have 46n equals 230. Equals 230 degree. In that case, our n becomes what? 230 degree divided by 46. Right? So what can go here? 30 can go, right? 30 here was 1 13 here 1, that is 10. 13 here what? 2. 2 here 1, 2 here what? 5. That means it is what? It is 5. It then means that the number of the remaining angle is what? Is 5. And the one that you have before is what? Is 3. So in total, your hand in total will now be what? 5 plus 3. And that is what? 2. We can call this one, we can call it, let's use capital letter, no, let's use what? Small letter n. And for this one, we are going to use what? Capital letter n. That makes it what? 5 plus 3. And that is what? 8. Now, a polygon with 8 sides, what do you call it? We call it what? Octagon. So the name of the polygon now, the name of the what? Of the polygon is what? Is octagon. Polygon with what? With 8 sides. That is what? Octagon. And that is be our what? Our answer for that. So we are going to the second question now. So we are going to what? Take the second question under solving of a past question from a WAHEC series. So for the second one, we have this question to solve. So we have this question. So what do you have in the question? We are told that the angles of the polygons are the angles. That's the second question. The angles of a polygon are what? We have x, 2x. We have x, 2x, 2x again. And we also have x plus 30, x plus 20, x plus 30, comma, x plus 20, right? And we still have x minus 10. And we still have what? X minus 10. Now, we're to find the what? We're to find the value of x. Find the what? The value of x. So what do you do here? What are we going to do here? We're still going to make use of one of our formulas that we have proved earlier on. And that formula is what? The formula under the sums of angles in sum of interior angles of a polygon. Now we know that one, that our sum of interior angles of a polygon is what? 2n minus 4 into brackets 90 degree. Meaning that if you add all these together, you are going to get this. So let's quickly take it. So the first one we have x, right? We have 2x, 2x. We have plus s plus 30. We have plus s plus 20. This one is x. And we also have plus x minus 10. So what do you have? We're going to have 2. Our hand is what? How many are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 6. Which is what? Hexagon. Multiplied by 6 minus 4 bracket 90. So what do you have? X plus 2x is 3x. That is 5x, 6x, 7x, 8x. So we have 8x. This one is 30. 30 plus 20 is 50. 50 minus 10 is 40. That is plus 40 equals 2 times 6 is 12, right? 12 minus 4, that is 8. What is now 90 multiplied by 8? 0. And what is 8 times 9? That is 72. 8 times 10 is 70. 8 times 10 is 80 minus 8. That is 72. So what do you have? We have 720. So you are going to have 720 in that case. Now what do you do? You collect the lifetime. So you have 8x equals what? 720. That is minus 40. So we have 8x equals, what is 720 minus 40? That is 680, right? That is 680. And what do? we're going to divide through by 8. So this is what we have. Can you see that? So we're going to now have our x to be what? 680 divided by 8. So let's quickly cut it. Can 4 go? Can 4 go in it? Yes, 4 can go. 4 can go. Let's try 4. So 4 here what? 4 here 2, right? 4 here, that is 1. Remainder 2. 4 in 28. That is 7. And you have 0. So 2 can go. 2 here 1, 2 here 80. That is 8 and 5. So therefore, x is what? 85 degree. So from here what? Our x is what? Is 85 degree. So from here, we have our x to be what? 85 degree. That's the answer. So if you have a question like this, right? If the question is like that, that is how you are going to what? You solve it like that, right? And you get what? Your answer to be 85. So we are taking the next question now. So it's still under what? Under polygon. It's still under polygon. And in this case, we're going to have, we have it as question number 3. So what do you have there under that question? The question is still what? Under polygon, and it's also a what? A y question. It's a y question, right? And what are we to do? We are given a figure. We have what? We have it as a figure, and it's a shape. We have it like this, right? We have it like this. We have it like this. So we have an angle here, angle here, angle here, angle here, and one angle here. So the first one is x. This one is x. This one is s plus 20, right? This one is s plus 60. This one is s plus 40. And this one is x plus 80. This one is s plus 80. And what are we to find? We are to find the value of x as well. So that is what we are to find in this place as well. We are to find the what? The value of x. So how are we going to solve this question? It's more or less like what we did in the previous examples. So we are going to follow the same process, right? Then after that we follow the same process to solve the question. That is how we are going to solve it. So let's quickly take it. Now when you have it like this, so what do? Look at the shape, right? You have x, s plus 20, s plus 60, s plus 40, and s plus 80. So let's add them together, right? Using the same formula. So let's solve it here. So this polygon is called pentagon. It has 5 sides. So we're going to have x plus s plus 20 plus s plus 60 plus s plus 40 plus s plus 80 equals 2 multiplied by 5 minus 4 bracket 90. Let's add them together. So let's add them together. S plus s is 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5x. This one is 20 plus 60, that is 80. This is what? 120, and this is 200. So we have plus 200 equals what? 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. So we have 6 multiplied by 90. So we have 5s plus 200 equals, what is 6 times 90? 9 times 6 is what? Is 54. That is 540. So we now have 5x to be 540 minus 200. and we have 5x to be what? 340. And what is x? X is what? 540. X is 340, sorry. Divide by 5. And 5 here, 5 in 34, that is 6. Remainder 4. 5 in 40, that is 8. So we have it to be what? 68 degrees. So meaning that what? Our x is what? Is 68 degrees. That is what we are going to get for the head. So let's quickly take the last question under this. We'll take only 4 questions today. Inshallah, in our next class we can continue with our theorem. So we are going to take the next question now. So when you have a question like this is how you are going to approach it and you solve it. It's very simple. Question on polygons are always what? Simple. They are not difficult to solve. So we take the next question. That's question number 4 from YX series, just for us to be having a kind of a feeling of how YX question looks like. Now, under this question, that's the next question now says that the angles. Okay, we have solved this. So we still look at another one. The question under polygon. Question under polygon. Yes, let's have this interesting question. It's on number line. It's on line. So it's also a question. So you can have a feeling of the question as well. So what do we have? We have a straight line, and we have as angle on a straight line. We have it like this. So this one is a P. This one is a Q. That's Q. Right, and you have your M. This is angle M, this is angle N, this is angle R. We all know that angle on a straight line is what? Is 180 degrees. So what we are now told that in this diagram, M plus N is 110. This is 110 degrees, and we also told that N plus R is 130. N plus R is what? 130 degrees. And you were told also that M plus R is 120. M plus R is what? Is 120. You are now to find the value, you are now to find the ratio of M. Find the ratio of M to N to R. That is what you are to find. So how do you do? How do you do? So how are we going to solve this? We know that M plus N is 110, N plus R is 130, and M plus R is this. So what do you do? We can solve it like this. From here, right? From here, we know from here the value of our M without wasting much of our time. If M plus N is 110, right? It then means that M equals what? 110 minus what? Minus R, right? This one is known from this place, so you can call this one what? If this one is called, okay, then let's make it equation. Now, if from here M is this, and from here too, from here you have your M plus what? R equals what? 120. Let's call this one 1, right? From here too, what is your M? Your M is also what? 120 minus R. Let's call this one what? 2, right? Let's call that 2. So can you see M is this and M is also this. So you can say what? M equals what? M. If M is equal to M, then it means that 110, right, minus R equals what? 120 minus R. 110 minus N equals what? 120 minus R. So what do? You can collect the like time, right? So let this one goes to this place. Let this one come in. If you have it like that, I can take this place, this one to this place, right? So let's do like that. Let's minus R come here. You're going to have plus R minus what? Minus N, right? Or let's make it like this. Let's make it like this. Let this N comes here. If N crosses the guard, it becomes what? Positive. That is N. Then what do you have here? You have minus R equals to, you know, this one has gone to this place, right? This one still remain here. You still have your 110 here. When this one now move from this place to this place, you are going to have it as what? Minus 120. Right? So what do you now have? You have your n minus r equals what? 110 minus 120 is what? That is minus 10. Right? So you can call this one what? Equation 3. Right? So can you see now you have n minus r is what? Is 10. And from here, from up here, you know that n plus r is what? Is 130. If you add them together, you get 130. If you subtract this from here, you get what? You get this. So if n plus r is 130 and n minus r is 110, then what is n? What is what? R. You can easily get that by using what? Simultaneous equation. It's very simple. I'm going to teach you how to solve questions like this now. So if you have n plus r to be 130, right? And see have n minus r to be what? Minus 10. So what do? It's a matter of what? Draw a line like this at the base. So can you see now? What do? You can add them together. Add them together. What is n plus n? That is what? 2n. Right? Here you have plus r. You have minus r. If you add plus r, then minus r, what do you have? It will cancel each other. Here you have r. Here you are owing r. So if you pay the r that you are owing from the one that you have, you are going to have nothing again as far as r is concerned. So what do you have here now? Since you had them together, 130 plus minus 110, that will give you what? 120. You have 130, you are owing 10 naira. You are going to have what? 120. What is now your n? Your n is what? 120 divided by 2, and that is what? 60. Can you see that? So if n is 60, then what is r? We all know that addition of what? N and r is 180. Right? And now, n plus r is what? N plus r is what? 130 degree. Right? What is, if this one is now 60, then what is r? R is 130 minus n. That is 130 minus 60, and that is what? 70. So if n is now 70, right? If n is what? 70, what is now m? So we can say that from this equation, we know that m is what? From what you have done before, our m is what? 110 minus n. It is 110 minus n, right? And that is what? 110 minus what? N. N is 60, right? And that is what? 50 degree. That is what? 50 degree. And what are you asked to find? You have to find the what? The ratio of what? M to n to r. Very simple now. I can solve. From what we have been able to do, our n is what? Is 50. Our n is what? 60. And our r is what? Is 70. Right? Added them together. This is what? 110, 180. So what is now m ratio, n ratio, r? That is 50 ratio 60 ratio 70. 0 is common to all of them. 0 goes 0 goes 0. So what do you have? You have 5 ratio 6 ratio 7. Can you see that? This is m ratio, n ratio, r. M ratio, n ratio, r is 5 ratio 6 ratio 7. That is what you have to find. The question still fall under what? Under angles between lines and what? And triangle. So please take note. You may have the question like this, and that is how you are going to what? Approach the question and resolve them. Very simple to do. So inshallah, we're going to stop here today for our class. We are going to continue from our topic in the next week, and inshallah that will still be under angles between line and triangle. And our next class will be what? Theorem of intersects. The one that has to do with what? The intersects. For instance, when you have your, all these figure that you have something like this, alright, and you are told that maybe this one is 4, this one is x, this one is A, this one is B, this one is C. How do you get the value of x? How do you get the value of your x? Those are the things we'll be what we'll be learning in our next class, inshallah. So please ensure you go through your work, and also make sure that you treat questions under this topic as many as you can. We pray Almighty Allah to be with us, and also make it possible for us to resume on time. See, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.